Hey everyone, it's us again, Jose,
Eric.
Eric Perez.
Having a bad hair day, as you can tell. Look at this. I wore a hat, that's why. So it's permanently like that. Look at that.
That looks funny.
But uh, that little crown thing is there. You know that swirl.
Yeah,
And James Dean actually had that same problem. Because if you look, like his hair looks like nice, obviously, but
in the
the
back it
back
did.
is
The
just
back didn't
fucked
look
up.
good.
So I don't feel that bad. So that's cool.
That's funny. All right, so we're here to review. A lot of people should know this. It's a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Um, it's a good beer all around, and it's conditioned in the bottle, which basically means that it's still fermenting in the bottle. Which, if you kind of let it rest for a while, or if you just have a pack and you just forget about it, it'll the yeast will eventually sit at the bottom. Um, so yeah, so that's why if you see little floaters in there, it's probably just the yeast.
Yeah, you know what? It's all at the bottom.
It is. Oh yeah, you can totally see it. It's like, well, you can't tell from here, but or there, but it's completely at the bottom right here.
I guess if you shook it
Yeah,
pretty hard, it would
we
come out.
still we bought a 6 pack of this and a 6 pack of something else, so. Uh, we'll probably shake the other. Well, I don't know about shake the other one, but we'll, shake it. It's pretty golden. Yeah, it's not. It's pretty see-through as well. Not really. Not too many particles in there or anything. I could totally see the other side here. Um, this is actually one of my favorite beers. This is definitely a go-to beer for me.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
a top three for me.
Yeah. It smells great.
It's kind of faint. It's not as noticeable in some of the other ones that we've had.
Yeah.
But
The other ones you can smell it right away. This one isn't super strong, but it's really good. I love the way it smells. You can tell it's a beer. You can
this
you
is the
can just
full
tell.
package. It's just
Mm,
smooth. I think it's smooth. It goes down easy.
yeah.
Not too bitter,
No.
but it does have like that bite that I like.
You could easily drink, and we have a 12 pack of this stuff, and not get bored, not get like tired of it.
Yeah, it's very drinkable.
Yes. Mm,
I love this beer.
me too. It's really good.
My
I can. It's funny because I could actually say right now, this is a 10 for me. This is a great beer. I like this beer a
Yeah,
lot.
it is a 10. And, there's a reason why I think, although it's not, you know, probably the most selling in
Like,
stores or whatever, but every Food for Less has one.
yeah.
Every Smart and Final has one. Every place has one.
And I think it's smart for those places to have it because you can buy the 12 pack pretty inexpensively. We bought, we bought a 6 pack, which is like $7.99, but a 12 pack obviously would be about double that, about what 14 or 15.99, something like that, um, which is to me a great price for buying a 12 pack because if you think about it, we've bought before just 2 beers about $10 or $8 each, So you think if you don't really want to drink, you know, um, just the 1 or 2 glasses that you get from the tall singles, you could easily just spend your $16 on a 12 pack of Sierra Nevada and share it with someone or drink it all by yourself, whatever, and you'd totally be happy. To me, it's never a waste to buy a 12 pack. I think for like a while, like maybe a couple weekends in a row, you and I would always split a 12 pack of Sierra Nevada, and yeah, it's just like there's great times. For me, it's a good drinking beer,
Yeah,
like with people too, because we'll put it this way: like I remember Eric for like the very first time that he drank this, he didn't like it.
I didn't.
He didn't like it, but like it kind of grows on you, I think.
It was just too much for me at the time. That was a long time ago. That must have been, maybe like
Were you
7.
20 or something, or younger than
Yeah,
that?
I was like 21, 20, 21. Maybe even younger than that because I remember I started collecting my beer caps when I was pretty young. So maybe I was like 19, 20.
Probably.
But
But
it
it's
was
funny
just too much for me at the time.
because I had drank it before, and this is back when we weren't really into like certain. Or I wouldn't say we weren't into beers because we kind of always were into beer, but just didn't really know. We were still young with the whole stuff, And something is fucking crawling on me. Oh no, never mind. It's static. It's the static. It's pulling my hair on my arm. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, I didn't really. I had drank this beer before, but I didn't. Well, I wasn't really into it only because, like I said, it was a little too much for me in the beginning. And when I was younger, I didn't really drink as much as as I do now. You know, and I think partly because beer, like the beers that I was, introduced to, which was like the 40s and Bud Lights and the Millers and all that stuff, and they're just boring. And I didn't really drink them as much, for a long time until I started finding these beers, and they were like they just turned everything around. Our family is a beer drinking family, and when your dad pretty much only drinks certain beers, and they're not really flavorful, you don't, and that's kind of all you know. You don't really. It's kind of boring. You're just like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't
Kind of
drink a
makes
lot.
you drink to get fucked up.
Yeah,
It's kind of like its only purpose because it's not like. I mean, it tastes alright, but it's just these kind of beers you really enjoy the taste.
Mm-hmm. And they can be addicting, in like the sense that sometimes I'll I'll be like at work or something and it's hot and I'm like, man, like I could like really go for a cold beer right now, like a cold Sierra Nevada. And unfortunately, and there have been times where I'm like, I should call Eric because I know he's home. I should call him, tell him to bring me a beer, but I don't. Yeah. But anyways, it's a great beer all around. Pretty inexpensive. Everyone should try this beer. Everybody should try this beer. It's a great beer.
I remember I got a free 12-pack a long time ago, and someone had bought 12-pack Sierra Nevada thinking that it was gonna, trying different beers. Didn't end up liking it. They're like, you want some? You want I think they only had two. So it was a 10-pack. Like, you want this? I'm like, hell yeah, I want it. And yeah, they gave it to me. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't say no to free beer, even if it's bad beer.
Yeah.
I mean, someone is having a party and they have all they got is Bud Light. I'll still drink it. Maybe a couple of them. I definitely won't get fucked up on it. But I'll still have a couple. Just because I think it's good. It's the same reason why people, still eat as grown-ups, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and grilled cheese sandwiches. It's the stuff that you kind of started off with, and every now and then, you should probably have one, just because it kind of reminds you of those times a little bit. And not only that, but just to remind you of the fact of why you drink, or why you don't really eat it as much, or drink that as much. Because I will still buy certain beers every now and then if I don't, feel like drinking something specific or whatever. And it's just, I don't know. For me, it's always a good idea to drink bad beer every now and then, or quote unquote bad beer.
Yeah.
It's all taste, anyways. So yeah, a 10. I think it's pretty obvious this is a 10.
10.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, try it at your local place. Okay? I would definitely say try the 12-pack. Share it if you can't handle all 12. But yeah, we should buy a 12-pack each next
time. No. We should do 12-pack each. Record ourselves with the first beer, and then record ourselves with the last beer. Last beer.
That'd be funny. Anyways,
I think so.
Alright, we'll see you guys later until next time.
See you later.
Cheers.